Greetings in the name of His Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie I and Her Majesty Empress Menela. And also greetings in the name of the Rastafari Continental Council. So with me here, I'm with the leadership, the elders of the Rastafari Continental Council, our chairman, Daddy Bosco from Ghana. And then we have our cultural commissioner from Ghana also, original Kobe. And then we have our matriarch, Mama Makeda, all the way from the UK. We also have our elder Ras Mukapi Selassie holding the camera right now. Yes, from UK. And then we have Royal Kofi Asante from Ghana. The secretary of the Rastafari Youth Council in the continent. And then we have Elder Jabulani, our elder advisor, and in the Elders Council of the Continental Council. And Raspol from Shashamane. Raspol has been living in Shashamane as a repatriate for the past 20 years. And then of that 20 years, I know him for about 16 years, I think. So, yes. So, this is the leadership. And then we have Mama Nontlanta, our secretary of the RCC, Rastafari Continental Council. And Mama Askale from Shashamane there. Where is and Ras Manai from Jamaica. And then and my very beautiful First Lady, Empress Didi. And of course the chairperson of the Youth Council, Sister Sipogas. Yes. So Ngozi, Mama Nontanta Ngozi, our treasurer of the our trade commissioner in South Africa for the RCC. So I hope I did mention everyone we did come with. Yeah? Yeah? The Secretary General, Mama Notanta, right? I did talk about him. Yes. So now, basically, what it is that we just try to share with you the information. We were supposed to, according to the original program, there's supposed to be a dance hall, reggae, but also to expose our international delegates. This is a part of the delegates that came for the third All African Rastafari gathering in South Africa. So we wanted to expose them to SOWETO, to the King's Step, to Zion Train, some of the things that are uniquely South African Rastafari, that you can only find them here at home. So of course we thought let's come to SOWETO You know, Soweto Kasila, you know, everywhere in the world they know it. I've been to 16 African countries, and in most of those places, the biggest part of it they call it Soweto. What is the ghetto? They call it Soweto. And then they don't know Soweto is very cool, it's very nice. Always tell people that Soweto is very nice, the opposite of what you imagine. You know, the biggest location probably in Africa, you know, 6 million people or more, 52 locations, so it's quite big, you know. Began the time of His Majesty, I think. Some they say 1930, some they say 1910. Yeah. So when we say Soweto, we remember also the father of Soweto, Obaba Mpanza. Yeah, so Fasong Mpanza. These are the giants and the icons of Soweto. We don't talk of Soweto without them. So we're in Soweto, so it's a pride and joy to bring our delegation here. So I would like to bring our chairman, Daddy Bosco, to come and just have a reasoning and address the people in Soweto. Let's say we are saying we are bringing the RCC to Soweto. Daddy B.
Rastafari.
Selassie the first.
Greetings, beloved brethren and sisters.
Greetings, brother.
Let me tell you something. I'm excited to be here in Soweto because as children growing up in Ghana, I know the big people will remember Fire in Soweto, calling all my people. So that song made Soweto like a dream destination where you wanted to come and see Soweto. Another thing is the centrality of South Africa in this whole African people thing. South Africa is got a role to play. We were having a conversation the other day and somebody said South Africa is the New York of the world. And I'm not kidding. I've traveled the world. And the first day I came to Cape Town, I had to scratch myself and say, am I in LA or am I in Cape Town? And this morning as we were driving in Joburg, I'm like, look, sometimes when you have something, you don't know the value of what you have. But if you know the value of what you have, then you would know how to work with it. South Africa is the place where the next generation of Africa will emanate from. And me, my humble plea with the item is that know your role. If you study African history, you realize that hundreds of years ago, traders from South Africa used to go to West Africa and buy cola and trade. So I and I people, we've been knowing ourselves not today. And that is why the Rastafari of Africa, we said, let's set up an organization we call the Rastafari Continental Council, so that we can move together. So in all my traveling in the world, it's only Rasta people who, when they meet, they don't see, you understand, what they see is Rasta. Once the person says Rastafari, a Rasta, I'm telling you. And like Buju said, it's only Rasta can liberate the people.
Over hills and valleys.
So I and I as Rasta people here, we have a work to do. And that is the message the RCC brings. Number 2, All Africa Rastafari Gathering. Since like the 80s, Rasta has been gathering internationally, big, everywhere. But you see, all Rasta start from here, Africa. So until we start to do something here in Africa, we the Africa Rasta man them were out. Somebody said, if we're talking repatriation, the brothers there, now the brothers and sisters here, what are we doing? So that the brothers and sisters there will know that they can come home. And that is why we call the All Africa Rastafari Gathering. We started in Shashamani, we did it 2 years. Then we said, let's go to Mzanzi Street, or Mzanzi, South Africa, Tanzania. And some of my brethren said, not Tanzania yet, still. But still, So we came to South Africa. We've had a wonderful time. From here, we'll go to another country. And so that is the message we bring. It's a message of love that Africa must unite. When, as a student studying history, I read of Oliver Tambo. I didn't know I'll come to his land. Then I came to Oliver Tambo's land and I cried. You know why I cried? Because this man sacrificed his life. Even when he was sick and his friends told him, cool down, cool down. No cooling down. And he sacrificed his life so that I and I today, like my sister, they used to tell me about how they used to struggle in apartheid. Today, we control the place. So we have a power we need to use. Once we know ourselves and the leadership role we need to play in Africa, then we can do things and move. So my beloved brothers and sisters, this is the message I bring from the Rastafari Continental Council. It's peace and love we bring from Ghana. Thank you very much for your time.
Selassie, yeah, man. Selassie.
Well, I'm gonna invite our Rastafari Continental Council Trade Commissioner, Cultural Commissioner, the Elder Church with responsibility over the culture, the original Ras Kobe. Come forward.
Yes, that's right.
Rastafari.
Everybody all right? So
Yeah, man.
everybody all right, yeah? We give thanks. My duty, I'm a culture commissioner.
Yeah, man.
Every society have got their culture.
Yeah, man.
And what I will encourage is the things that you do, the type of food that you eat, the language that you speak, the clothes that you wear, the songs that you sing. Be creative. And that's our culture. So we don't want to be dependent on people. And when you're going to the world, you should have something to take to the world. You can't be taking and dependent on the world and you're not creating. So we're looking at creativity in culture. Without a culture, you are nothing. Because if you don't even have your local names and you're taking other people's names, that means you're losing yourself. If you're not checking on what you have locally, your traditional chiefs, you should learn more about them. The types of medicines, the herbs, all of these things are very important to all of us. The folklore songs, the stories that your grandparents have been telling you in their different languages is quite important that we keep that. Because if you don't have that, you'll be learning other people's culture. That's why people say we are uneducated, we are uncivilized, all kind of negative names. But we are, it's just because we are not using our own things and we are using other people's things, then they are telling you are uncivilized. So let's stop all of that by being independent, self-reliant, make things, create things. Don't wait for people things. I remember people used to boycott economically here in South Africa during apartheid, the goods, right? So right now, if you are boycotting, what are you having? So you have to create so that you don't depend. So depend on your culture. Agriculture also is your culture. Don't lose your culture and be a vulture, because a vulture is a scavenger. It does not select or it does not make its own thing. So let's keep it together, let's keep it sweet, let's keep it Soweto, let's keep it South Africa, let's keep it Rastafari Council. Most I. Ja!
Rastafari. Yeah, man. Yeah, bro. Yeah.
We invite also the voice of the matriarch, Mama Askale, to come forward. I see you're busy hiding behind Mama Nontlanja. That is a temporary solution to a permanent problem. Come forward, Mama.
Empress many
Yes,
this is unexpected.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I'm here with my dry mouth. We know how we get that. Yes, give thanks and praise to the Most High.
Selassie, the first.
What? Soweto. Look here, you have to know this, right? It's 7 days straight of Nairbingi riding in Cape Town. And it's a drive from Cape Town to here. So, you know what's nothing if we're not too heavy on the physical things and things. But the Irish is Irie. What? You feel me too? Alright. So it's a great joy, and I must tell you this, because you know, I'm a little bit older. So, Soweto, 1976. 1976. I was there. I was here. Oh, I'm here. I'm here. Okay. I'm one of those. I was on the anti-apartheid thing from when we little bit in England. I was the first one. I put a bomb. Well, it wasn't a real bomb. Take that off.
Yeah, man.
It was a smoke bomb.
So satisfied.
In the Jamaican embassy in London in 1964. Why? Because they just banned the man with name Orlando Patterson. The man with name from the Caribbean, the one who writes the book. He wrote a book called The Children of Sisyphus about the Rastafari Jamaica. That him come from another island and meet them. This Walter Rodney, that's the man. Walter Rodney.
Walter Rodney 68.
Walter Rodney 68.
Yes, man.
1964, hear me. 1964, we were demonstrating against the Jamaican government banning of Walter Rodney and others from the University of the West Indies who have published books. Jamaica is a country like this. It's the place where Rastafari is the most hated and oppressed people on the land. This is a plantation where, yes, to the world, you know, because it named Jamaica. So ones have to know that the birth of Rastafari, yes, I would be one to say yes, it come out of the oppression of the place. Jamaica and South Africa have a lot of things in common, you know. Because you see, the apartheid system in South Africa was running on all levels here, so in Jamaica, it's live and direct, even today, in the color shading system of governance in Jamaica. Yes? If you're brown, stick around. If you're black, get back. That still run things in Jamaica. So Rastafari come and change all of that. You think? But within Rastafari, you still have that going on. Just as we know, within the freedom of apartheid not here in South Africa, we still have it going on. And let me tell you, I took the plane in Addis Ababa to come to South Africa. And I was ready on the battlefield from the minute I go up on that plane. I stand up and watch all the white people them go on like say, them own the thing. Them pick me and run up and down on the plane. My ancestors, all the millions of them now rise up in a me. Me say, what? I South Africa me go, and a sound go on for me. You know, just wait. And I'm standing there, and I couldn't take it. When the little pit them run up and down like this, I'm not going to talk for long. But when the little pit them run up and down like this, I put my hand out like this. I said, no, listen. I said, are you going home? He said, yes, we're going home. I said, it won't be yours for long. Okay. That was not the end, because the little children. Judgment on them. The Ethiopian Airlines. Sure, then she called to me and she said, don't you want to sit down? I said, oh, not yet. Don't you see I'm talking to these children here? Right. I said, look here. The little boy said, oh, I want to go now. I said, no, not in a minute. Because you're home, you know, you're home. You're nice home. You got a nice home. I can tell you got a nice home. Yes. It won't be yours for very much longer. And look, the little guy said, I said, okay, you can go. Make sure you tell your mother that. I said, go, I'm watching you. Go, make sure you go, I'm watching you. Watch me. I'm watching them. They go and they tell their mother, mother, get up. And she coming towards me now because she thought, let me tell you what happened. Father gave me this experience. He traveled me around the world. But everywhere that I go, that these black people live there, any one of them oppressor, when them look at me, them think that I'm a native of the land. So therefore, them think them can come and oppress me like how them are oppress the native of the land.
Yeah.
But here what Father give me now, he give me a thing when the English language. You see? When me teach the English language in England. So me can talk like the Queen.
Yeah.
I love talk like the queen for white people, you see. Yes. Cause them can't talk English like me.
Yes.
You see me? I that me love drop on them when them come face it with me. I love to tell them, this is my continent. I make them repeat it amongst themselves. Did you hear her? She said, her continent. Yes. Okay. I just give you one little drop. Because let me tell you, from the time I get on the plane, I never stop. All the way through. Every break. When we go forget your luggage, we forget about the Indian people them around here. Wow. Excuse me.
Go. Oh, man.
Tolo.
Hey.
Yes, I can tell you. I didn't forget about the Indian people them in South Africa. Yeah. And then now, there we are going to get a visa in the line. Only 2 people in. Watch the Indian family them. We just see them so come through the door around so. We say, but wait. And the way them coming like so them own everything. Yeah, man. The people them come through, them a lift up barrier and I come through. It's about 5 or 6 of them. I come through, sir. And I come through because I bus line. And watch them now. Them they on decision. Which line them are going to go now. I'm at number 3, and I'm looking straight at them. Yes, they ain't coming to my line.
Sure,
you know that. So watch them now. They go straight across on these African people, South African people, standing in the front of the line. If them go right, they so go stop. Hear me? India. When we say India, what's your? The teenager now, the teenage boy now. Watch here. My man come closer. Like him say, in bad, he might take. Me say, as him start going, I said, you heard me. I said, go back to India. Watch the white man a laugh. You know where you need to go. It's not here. This is not your place. They have a lot of secret police in South Africa airport.
Too many.
Hey, them things say, excuse me, them things say people don't know white man police. Hello? That's why Selassie I'm making, that's in everyone away, in place we exactly where we should be. Because we're talking about revolution, people.
Yeah, man.
You see me? And that we are talking about, revolution, change, We come to change the thing, You man, we don't have no time for you to sit down and go on like we have small talk, really, Come on now. The secret police, them see them just stand out to me like that. Every little way where you look, you see white man stand up like them now have nothing to do. Right? But me know so them attract me because from the plane, them don't know so me about, Because them done phone. Yeah man, them know say. But what, guess what? A British passport me I walk with. I fuck with that in South Africa. You can't walk with that. You see me? So watch here. We don't know that already.
Yes,
but we
mama.
have to move with the confidence of Haile Selassie. Any which part me going to earth.
Right.
So I no fear none of them. Mr. Secret Police, him stand up there and watch me while me tell of the black man, oh Lord of mercy. We can't take the people sometime, Them they everywhere, you hear me? Enough of we are traitor, We not lie, enough of we are traitor. We have to give them some little invisible missile. You see me? Send them a little missile, man. You just have to give them a little look. I make the missile, all of a sudden it's like quirk. Because them feel the thing where you send them going out. Some little Jesus people, some of them,
Yo.
And at this day and age, can you imagine? Them really sick out, you know what I mean? But enough for them, because, the people that mess with the DNA, don't run with it. And everyone must know. You see, this special people in South Africa, they are them very special, because when them carry out the other continent, the other place when them conquer, and them send me gone all over the world, them never send no one from South Africa, Did you know that? They never send no one from South Africa. People not know that, That's how special it is, because you now become the example of everything that they can do to the whole of we in the West. Because them have you in a proper corner prison.
Yeah,
you
man.
See me? And the whole earth must know. Look here. I was 8 years old, going on 9 when I reached England, right? But before that, being a Jamaica I studied geography. And the thing will get me now when we reach England, and the thing, at the first time I know that. I studied geography. Did you know? I believe that there was this place in Africa named South Africa. where no black people never live.
Yo.
Yes, I geography yesterday and I was very good at it. All of the book that we get in Jamaica and only white people. Excuse me, South Africa, excuse me, let me tell you now. Everything, when it comes to farming, oh God, South Africa is the top. Up here, white farmer, you see, in them khaki clothes. Up here, excuse me, when it comes to the mine, them, oh, South Africa, all the man, it's pure white people, you see, with diamonds that go on like this. You see me? Me not lie. Jungle for book them with the picture them. So there was no way. I really did believe that this is the only part. Straight at the bottom, they say, oh, at that, the whole of the continent are free up the so. Them part, we should just push them in the sea. Yes, because we think it's only white people. But that was my thing, you know. So the whole of Africa should have get together and push South Africa in the sea because they're at the bottom and them are going here about Pretoria. Lord have mercy. All them name there, when you spell them name there, it's like a dagger in my side. When they come for no war going, oh Lord have mercy. Soweto was my what? Soweto. Change, revolution. It's time no man. And Rastafari lead the way everywhere. In every direction. Hey, don't watch nothing, you know. You see Bible good enough, but guess what? Bigger than Bible is the speeches of Emperor Haile Selassie. Remember me tell you. Rastafari.
Selassie.
Sure.
Rastafari.
Yes, what a weird sound from Mama Askale. Yeah, man. Rasmukapi. This man is got a certain name. It's Mokapi. If you go on social media, you find it, they write it like that. Moqapi. Mokapi, what the P now. That is exactly what his name means. It means the same. Mokapi.
Yes, sir. Rastafari.
Yeah. Rastafari.
StreetSide first. It's a giant honor to be here in a Soweto. So a long time we know about South Africa. Coming up as a youth in England, we know say that them have it on our system called apartheid. And as a youth, we know say in America they them have color bar and all these things, Jim Crowism. And in England, them have color bar.
Yo. Hey, boss. Hey, go.
Them have color bar. So we see America on the television and you have the white man that beat the black man. We see it in South Africa, the white man that beat the black man. We have it in England, the white man that beat the black man. So we wonder what are going in the earth. How the black man is so down pressed and these white people are run things. Yeah? So when I go up with black man fighting for them liberation, fighting for them independence, and when it comes to Africa, with South Africa. So when I read all about these different movements in America, in England, in Africa, you over because Africa must be what?
Free.
Free! Is Africa free right now?
No.
They didn't feel free? After 1994 and all that, they didn't free?
No.
They didn't better off?
No.
How comes?
Those are not free.
Work it out. You over. You colonize.
Yeah, man.
Because it's a global white supremacy system we're working in. And we're living in. And their aim is to wipe out black people. Yeah? Don't get it twisted. Wipe them out. There's too many of them on the planet, and there's too many of them in Africa. So if we wipe them out and we control.
Rastafari.
That's the plan. My name is tell them what. My name is Mokapi Selassie. Them say Mokapi Selassie in our SOWETO, me composer. Right, so I'm a write poetry. I a dope poet. I there in South Africa, in a Soweto. I go and in a concrete jungle, and them I pass through. You know, see it. Rule Britannia. Britannia rule the waves. Them being black people down here in England to work with a slave again. Natty Dread, we're living in a concrete jungle. Natty Dread, we're living in a concrete jungle. High-rise ghettos houses in the skies. No man can tell her that this is paradise. Get up in the morning, watch a bam bam. Go for catch a lift, the lift out of action. The way they build these places, it's like a prison, cause not to dread, we're living in a concrete jungle. Not to dread, we're living in a concrete jungle. Answorth, Aston, Ladywood Edge, Boston, Kingsley, Barnsley, Sparkbrook, Smalley, everywhere I man go, all I see is concrete. Come make we step it up a Freeman Street, cause not to dread, we're living in a concrete jungle. Not to dread, we're living in a concrete jungle. So I'm on forward to our yard and put some music on. Next door neighbor called Babylon. Babylonian come and say, I man cause a commotion. Living in England, we can't get no meditation. Because the way they build these places is like a prison, because not to dread, we're living in a concrete jungle. Not to dread, we're living in a concrete jungle.
Yeah.
Let the car pass. And if you go for build a spliff, up your hide. Because Babylon can't kick down your door anytime and bust your backside. And I man do I end up like a Bonnie and Clyde. Because I man have my dignity and I have I man pride. But the way they build these places is like a prison, cause not to dread, we're living in a concrete jungle. Not to dread, we're living in a concrete jungle. And the youths them can't play upon the balcony. And the little grass them give you can't walk upon it. And in a Babylon city, them not have no pity. Because enough of them heart, they not have no mercy. And poor mama, yes, she have to burn her belly. That way them in these places, it's like a prison, because not to dread, we're living in a concrete jungle. Not to dread, we're living in a concrete jungle. It's how it's still. Fast cars, pollution, fear of radiation, sophisticated diseases, contamination, systematic scientific exploitation, slaving every day upon industrial plantation, money short, higher purchase, food I get ration, no one can find. Do you mind? Racial discrimination. Don't you blues, bound to lose, can't get an occupation. Try here, try there, try everywhere. Is there a solution?
Burn them.
Look at the Babylonian beating up the wrong man. It's a world of illusion.
Blaze
a ball
fire.
of confusion. Not to dread, we're living in a concrete
Jungle.
Not to dread, we're living in a concrete
Jungle.
Rule Britannia. Britannia rule the waves. Then we honor that people down here in England to work with a slave again. McCarthy Selassie passing through SOWETO, South Africa. Don't forget, get the Lyric Man album. I'm on CD. Get it online. I can get it live and direct right now. And also, Prose of Wise Mind of Haile Selassie the First, Rastafari.
Come on with the first.
Really high.
Stop the phone.